And we're back. Thank you very much for joining us. We are Team Bravo of the Dice Stormers, and we are playing Descent into Avernus. So you are scoping out the Vanthampur villa, and at one point, maybe 15 minutes after you delivered your message in the guise of a halfling boy, you notice that a large group of Vanthampur guards exit the villa, some on horseback and some on foot, and
I nod in satisfaction.
make their way
sip
down
my
to the
coffee
docks.
nonchalantly.
Yes.
But with a slurp of...
I love it when a plan comes
yes,
together.
yes. I'm Hannibal. Oh, what was his name in the 18th? Hannibal.
Hannibal. Just Hannibal.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't you have a surname? Oh.
Right. Lecter?
No, that's wrong Hannibal.
So, they head off towards the... can everybody make me a perception check as well?
Lots.
3.
19.
10.
At the same time, you notice two ravens leaving the big tower on top of the villa and heading off.
Munnen and Huggen?
Nope.
Oh. You know who Munnen and Huggen are? Not them, though. Okay.
Not them. Not
Thor's ravens.
Odin. I think
Odin's
it's
ravens. Yes, Odin's ravens.
Okay.
Right. Well, do we float over the wall? How close to night?
Can you do that?
How close to
I can
nightfall
do
is
3
it?
a day.
3 a day.
So, wait, we know that they're... Where did we tell them to meet us?
Chandelier Lane.
Chandelier.
So do we want to meet them there, or do we want to try and infiltrate while we suspect they're distracted?
That one.
And
the ladder.
where the lack of manpower is, rather than go to the manpower. I think we're
Okay. So, how are we getting in?
floating over or climbing over the wall.
Are there any guards still? Because we can't really float over if there's still a couple of
Yeah,
guards
that's what I was
stationed.
thinking. What time is it?
You don't know if there is one guard
I should
on the.
literally check the time.
3:18.
Do you want to do this?
Get my sundial out.
Yeah.
Yes, you notice there's one guard at the gate now, rather than the two that were there before.
Okay. Well, we've got 3 different ways, I guess. We can float over and boost a person over, or use some rope or something. There was a sewer grate that we could try, but that's pretty hazy. Or we can incapacitate the guard and make our way through the gate.
Yep. I might scamper slightly to the left of the gate if we're going to enter on the right of the gate. And using thaumaturgy, I'm going to create a sound behind the corner of the house, so that the guards from the front gate run towards that sound to investigate it.
Okay.
And then scamper back to where we were and then go over the gate.
Yep.
Good old throw the stone.
Yeah. Right. That's a really good idea. Grab a point of inspiration for that. So you're doing inside. You're doing a sound inside.
Yes.
And what is the sound?
Well, yeah, I can basically just throw a sound, basically.
It can't be a voice, can it?
I can boom my voice. Harmless tremors, instantaneous sound that originates from a point of my choice within 30 feet range.
Yeah. Right. So on the other side of the
Ominous whispers.
Ominous
it's saying
whispers.
in the description, so I can, if I can make the whispers actually say stuff like, yeah, let's get in here. Yeah, it's free and open. All the guards have gone.
Hang on, I'm going to use the Baldur's Gate residence button in Syrinscape, and they say. Is that it?
There's someone
That's
laughing.
cool.
Apparently
Okay.
that was
Great.
okay.
So yes.
Rightio. Yeah. So that they hear that and they clearly.
Fair enough. Okay, so yes. Would you know if it's worked or not?
Well,
Can we see the guards?
If there's, if I'm sort of within sight, throwing my sound, looking to them, they can go. If the guards run.
But the guards at the front will stay there. But what you're saying is that the guards that are patrolling the inside would be drawn to that.
Yeah.
And I'm questioning whether you would know that or not.
Well, I'm ready to give it no signal.
Right.
I know, so you-
It's been a while.
all right, so
It's been a while since we used our
Yeah.
old not signal.
I'm gonna say that you don't know if it's worked or not.
Okay.
But you are ready with your
myself. So what I might do then is I'll send you over if you're happy to fly over.
Yeah, absolutely. Can the guards see what we're doing right now?
No.
Okay.
You're-
so
you're-
we're
Because
in...
we're on the
Presumably you're-
opposite side to what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay,
we're gonna-
so you've got the gate here, and there are two other entrances on the other side. You've got a building here, which you believe is the stables.
So we're planning to enter behind the stable.
Okay, you're going that way. Okay, so you've made the noise here,
Yeah,
and you're going around the corner and over the thing.
Okay. off I go.
And do you want the? I've got my 50 foot of silk rope, and then we can just climb it.
Yeah.
So it means that I'm not using all the salve.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so you wait for a quiet moment in the street, and you make your way
Over the wall?
over the wall.
So I'm levitated to 10 feet, and then I'll clamber over.
Yep.
Get over the other side, or make sure the ropes. You'll hold one end of the rope.
Yep.
And
Roll a
find somewhere
constitution
secure.
check to see if you feel nauseous from the.
Athletics,
Altitude sickness.
I rolled a 9. 7 plus 2, 9.
You feel mildly queasy.
From being 10 12 feet in there.
Well, it's just this whole kind of
Ah.
buoyancy kind of thing to it. So Click is done. Click is done now, right, for the day?
I had 3, but I think we had one night's sleep, didn't we? Or did
Yeah.
we?
Yeah, this is the first today.
This is the first today. Then.
Yep.
First today. Okay, so you're
I'm going to. Well, I've given one end of the rope to Eupolis, and I'm gonna go over and then find somewhere to secure or just hold the other end and
Yep.
ask them to
Okay.
brace myself against the wall and
yep. There's a kind of a gable on the other side of
Okay.
the wall, and you can tie it around
tie
it.
it around there, and you can all climb over at your leisure.
So you're at the top of the wall,
That's me.
and you're going up first.
Yes.
So yeah, give me an athletics check.
Oh, I rolled a 16.
16, and so
Oh, wait,
success.
Yes.
I'm on the other side of the rope. Yes,
You're on the
other side.
Oh, all the way
Tied
over,
the
okay.
rope up.
all the way over.
Tied it
Yes.
to the gable.
Okay, cool.
Because she was
Perfect.
floating,
That's right.
so she floated
How do
down.
you get down? You no, it is a fly speed, isn't it?
Yes.
It's like you can go wherever you want. Okay.
That's my interpretation.
Yeah. So you get to the top.
Yes.
Who is next? You roll
Yep. 15.
15. Okay. You get to go over,
Yep.
Mm. Oh, natural 20.
and then you're 20. You don't even need the rope.
Yeah, I just jump.
So you
fly.
bound up the hill, up the wall.
All right. Lovely. Okay. So you all make it over. You're all on the other side of the.
Rhea,
the
is
sorry.
she coming? Rhea?
Rhea's
Rhea.
with us.
Thank you. I keep forgetting. She rolls a 15 plus her strength, which is probably 2.
A lot. Yes.
So yeah, she gets over as well.
Great.
Easy. You land on the other side. You do notice a cluster of guards who are at the north end of this wall.
Okay.
All the way over the other side of the. You've got the mansion in the
Right.
middle, and they're all.
So they haven't spotted us.
No, and
No.
they're sort of clustered
No,
around trying to figure out
definitely
what's.
Is
what
there
it
a back door to the stable? What do we-
There is, yes.
Oh,
Cool. I'm gonna wind in the rope that we used to climb over. Probably detach it
Cool.
and hand it back to you, Paulus. So, go.
I'm gonna ask.
It was silky smooth.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. I'm
It's
gonna
worth the extra.
Click. Show us where to go, because Click has already been on this side already, so he would know where to go to get into the sewers.
Yeah, look, there's well, he doesn't. He doesn't.
If he went up, did he go up?
No, he went
He went
down
down,
into
so-
the sewers.
Okay.
So yes, so you have the stable house in front of you. There's a door leading into the stable. It's a wide, one of those wide, half split doors. People know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Horse sides, yeah.
Yeah. And then, yeah,
I think they're literally stable doors.
stable doors.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't know. They might- Tell us in the comments.
Yes, I used to live in a house where we had at the door to into our kitchen. You could
Open the
unclip.
top.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
The
right.
top,
Yeah.
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 And the favourite thing to do was to unclip it and wait for somebody to try
Right
and
through the
go
bottom.
through the door, and they'd hit their face. It was very funny. Tales of my childhood. So yes, what do you do?
I think we head into the stable, and if it's not obvious, try and find the sewer
All right.
entrance.
This stone building contains stables for 4 draft horses, plus a fully equipped smithy with an anvil and a hearth. So you're searching the place?
Yeah, do we have any hints about where to enter the sewers? Not really.
Morlock told us it was in the stable.
Okay, so we're gonna do a thorough investigation of the stable.
Yeah,
Alright.
just kind of creep around
Like a
corners.
brick.
Give me a wisdom perception check.
Wisdom. Wait, perception? Wisdom?
Perception. Yes,
driven
perception.
by
check.
No, very low.
20.
Oh.
15.
You both
Also low.
simultaneously find a trapdoor.
Aha!
It's there.
Aha!
A 3-foot square flagstone in the southwest corner of the stable doubles as a hidden trapdoor in the floor. Any character who searches the area finds the trapdoor with a successful wisdom check.
We weren't looking in that spot.
No.
We were-
You were checking the ceiling. The
Like,
stone.
surely the sewers.
You
Up
go
here somewhere, right?
Up the ladder,
You
up
go
here.
up, down.
Yeah. It's
I'm not
all
sure.
a clever ruse.
I'm not sure of the wisdom of having a smithy near all this flammable hay.
Yes, that's
Okay.
well. They've got to shoe the horses and all
Yes.
that sort of stuff. The stone covers a brick-walled shaft and a wooden ladder that descends 15 feet.
Climb down.
Yep. And that's
What do you want to see in click first?
Yeah, that sounds well. And I guess does anything seem booby trapped? Is there any? I mean, we've got detect magic.
Yeah.
I can check the trap. I can look around.
I can see into the dark.
Do we want
Oh,
to
deception's
set
not
some
there.
hay on fire as a distraction, or am I going to get hurt myself?
Well, now we know that
Well, they
we're
don't know
probably
we're here, so we don't want them to
Yeah,
know
we don't.
we've
Yeah.
been here.
Did we shut all the doors behind us so it doesn't look like anyone's entered?
Yeah, of course we
Yeah.
did. We're
Yeah.
super smart like that. That's why I knew that
Well,
the
we-
sewers would be up.
We wound up the road. We were super
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah, of course we wound up. Remember?
No, yeah.
You did that.
I've got it right here.
Well, right there, exactly.
Yes. So you are in a. Oh, sorry. You're going down. You're checking for traps.
Yeah.
Please give me a check for traps. Roll.
Perception. 15.
Yes, there is no traps other than the disguising of the secret door, the secret trap door. It's clear.
Okay, so whoever's the last down, can you please make sure that we close it properly?
Yeah, we should think of order.
Yeah, who's going down first?
I will be going down first.
You're the tank. I mean, the paladin.
I'm the paladin. I'm courageous like that.
Right.
And honourable, and never tell lies.
Never.
Who's next?
I'll go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll go last.
Okay.
All right.
Third.
I'll go third. Easy.
Excellent.
Is it pitch black down here?
No, there is lighting around. This particular corridor is quite dark, but you do see a light at the end. It turns and you see light pouring out.
We hear anything?
Okay.
I've closed the trapdoor behind us. Aria's with us, and yeah.
Oh yes, where does
Oh, Reyes.
Reyes?
Is Ray
I mean, I went last, so.
So Reyes,
Ray can be
third or fourth.
4,
Yep.
5, Ray 6.
Okay.
Wait.
No,
No,
that's
but-
too many.
That's okay.
1,
Three,
2,
three,
3,
me.
4,
4,
5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rhea's the couch.
And yes.
Okay, so does Click know anything about the layout down here?
Sorry.
Oh.
I sent you Reyes stats on
Yes,
D&D
sure.
Beyond.
Did you? Okay.
Let me know through Facebook Messenger.
Ooh, fancy schmancy.
So let me know
So
if
digital.
you can get access to that.
Okay, I will.
So does Click know where to head from here?
Probably not. No, I just asked him to find like the best entrance to get into it. So that's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he went down into the grate in the roadway, and came up and kind of couldn't find a way for people to get in. So this is the only
So
way.
this is like a separate system then,
Who knows?
not connected to the one that Click went down.
Possibly.
Right.
Okay. So which direction's got it? We're in a corridor and there's only one way to go.
Yes. Now.
Sorry, just one question, just to get bearings. When we went down the trapdoor, were we facing towards the villa, away from the villa,
Yeah.
at an angle?
Can we have a sense of which direction we're heading in? Are we heading towards closer
Yeah,
to
like-
the villa?
So yes, you are heading towards towards closer to the villa.
Okay, so where we're facing is in the direction of the villa, which is, let's say, north?
Yeah, so if you're here, you've gone down the steps, the villa is about here, and the thing goes south.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Now.
Now. It sounds
Now
like
it happens. Okay, so you head south, and the corridor turns around, and you see in front of you the back of a very thick curtain, or perhaps tapestry. And from the other side of this tapestry, you can hear chanting.
Oh. Any way to tell how many
Do we
voices?
recognize this? Oh yeah, what number of voices?
Sorry, what were you gonna
Sorry, I'm just trying to get Syrinscape.
load it up. Are you?
Is this still
So-
on?
I don't know.
Because they auto.
Yes.
Probably turned it off. No.
But there it
There we
goes.
What were you going to ask?
Oh, I was going to say, do we know what language the chanting is in? Can we hear the words?
Right, I'm just getting the chanting set up.
Oh,
Okay, here we go.
can you not just do the chanting?
Yes,
Come on, man.
Okay, they are chanting in Infernal.
Is it Tuny?
It's
Who
who can speak Infernal?
Not me.
Just the one. They are chanting praise heaped upon the archdevil Zariel for her tireless efforts to win the blood war.
Okay, I translate all that whisperly to everybody.
Toriel.
Zariel.
Zariel.
Zariel, and I would definitely write it down because it's going to become important.
Oh my gosh, that's, gives things away.
Okay.
Zariel.
Can we get a sense of how many people are in the room?
Oh, caught it on your little thingy.
Oh, we threw it. I didn't pick it back up.
Oh,
You can make another one though, but it's going to take an
It's
hour.
Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Back to the smithy and the stables.
Oh no!
quick, back out. Come on, back over there. Sorry, what was the chant was?
Discerning praise. It is praise for the archdevil Zariel for her tireless efforts to win the blood war.
The blood war.
Yeah.
And is there any sense of how many people we can hear chanting?
Like 4-part harmony, or
It's actually a
contrapuntal.
4-part harmony. It's a barbershop quartet.
It's a cappella, isn't it?
There's 4 of them.
There's at least 4.
Yes, the devil shop quartet.
Nice.
That's correct.
And there's no way forward beyond, we just have to go through this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just want to listen at the door for a bit. I
Sure.
don't really want to.
I just kind of want to peek through the tapestry if I can.
Sure.
Just to see what I can see in there, if it's lit, if I can see people, movements.
2 rows of tall wrought iron candlesticks light this vaulted chamber, each one bearing 9 flickering candles. A 7-foot tall statue of an angel with white glowing eyes and a long sword stands atop a dais to the south. A 6-foot tall fiend bristling with spines stands west of the statue, glaring at 4 black-robed cultists who kneel and chant in the middle of the room, their faces hidden behind golden devil masks. 9 tapestries depicting the 9 layers of the 9 hells, each layer of the 9 hells adorn the walls.
Okay. So just a clarification, you mentioned a fiend. Is that an actual official term in D&D, or is that just a person I know to be cheater at cards?
It is, but it is a fiend, but it is a statue of a fiend.
Oh, not
Not an
statue.
right, not
An actual
actual.
fiend.
Wait.
No.
We aren't the higher.
Really?
What?
My apologies.
It is in
an
fact a
actual,
fiend. Yes, it's an
actual thing.
Yes.
Okay, so there's a creature called a fiend in there.
Correct.
So
Okay.
fiends are, because there's 2 kinds of demons. There's demons and devils, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And
they-
they're engaged in the blood war.
Yes.
Right.
So the
Fiends are demons, and devils are the
yeah.
other. Yeah.
the lower planes of hell.
Okay, alright. Well,
So
I relay whatever I see back to the group, and I'm like, it looks pretty intense in there, fellas.
Yes, it is very intense.
Their pronunciation's very good.
You're just like sitting here like, oh, it's like.
I am just glorying in the beautiful sounds of
It's
the
like home.
infernal tongue.
Reminds me of my childhood.
Yeah. Meanwhile, preparing a sleep spell.
Okay.
because there's the fiends and then there's infernal and then there's the abyssal. Is it?
Okay.
Abyssal.
Hey, are there any like cloaks and golden devil masks around that we can spot that
What
are
an
just
excellent
there?
question. Yes, there's a whole bunch on the. So you're peeking through this, and you can see the devil and the 4 cultists and the statue there. If you peek out the other way, there's a kind of a entryway to this room that has cloaks and the masks.
Okay.
Do we want to
Actually
mask up and then
wrong here, but anyway.
we can join in? I can either give you a quick infernal pronunciation lesson so that we can all do the chant.
Maybe.
Come on, you know you want to.
Oh no, it is.
Or I can make my voice boom and sound like it's 5 of us.
Does it look like this ritual's nearly over, or are we
They look like they're.
going to just be there forever
Yeah.
chanting?
Okay.
That's
Maybe
right.
maybe we could pretend that you're bringing new recruits to this worship because you can actually speak their language.
Yeah, but I think if we all walk in masks and cloaks
Yeah.
looking like them and saying the
Yeah,
chant,
we're gonna
because I can
find
make it
them
sound
also.
like we're all saying the chant, even if some of us are unwilling to,
Where are we going to find masks and cloaks?
hanging on the pins on the wall.
They're
okay,
right there.
I missed that.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out
So,
whether there was a
What
difference
did you
between deals
roll
and
in your
damage.
perception check?
Whilst they're talking about, I'm just already starting to doing myself and everything. And
Well, you're going to have to you're going to
Oh,
have to
you have
enter
to
the
go-
room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
we're all going to mask
So-
and cloak up.
So we need
Yeah.
we need a stealthy person, or we need a sneaky like a sneaky stealthy person, or we need a disguised person to try and go get some cloaks and things. I think.
Where are the cloaks?
just inside the curtain, right? Like
Oh,
you have to go in.
I read
for
that
it.
as just inside our side of the curtain. Not
No. This couldn't be easy.
So this is why I thought that maybe if you're saying that you're bringing us as new servants to.
Just I could mage hand.
Yes.
Can
Yes,
I
you
mage
can.
hand them all?
Yeah.
The
I
cloaks
reckon you
away.
probably
I'm
could.
going to mage hand us some cloaks and
Nice.
masks.
Yep.
And then I might thaumaturge my voice to boom to sound like 5 of us
Okay.
and say the chant as we all walk in.
Yeah. All right.
Do you think?
Do
Sounds
they
good.
notice you
Yeah,
getting the
So wait.
thing?
Okay, we're doing this.
A 1. I'm going to say. I'm going to
Focus
say
on
they are
their
so
worship.
caught up in their worship.
The beauty of the infernal language.
They don't notice you
Okay.
doing your little mage hand thing. You can pick up about a half a kilo worth of stuff with mage hand. Is that?
I think it's 10 kilos of force.
I
Yeah,
thought it
I
was
think-
5 pounds.
I think it was
I'll
something
just-
like £5, something quite light.
Last the duration spell or
Yeah, mine didn't have a description of the weight.
10 pounds.
Yeah, 10
There we go.
pounds. So 5
5
kilos.
kilos.
5 kilos.
So you can
Easy.
pick up that amount of stuff.
Yeah.
As long as the cloaks aren't super heavy.
Oh, also spoiler. I'm gonna try to sell the devil masks. Like just
Oh.
hands up. It's like
We
eventually.
didn't even know.
So once you collect the masks, you actually notice that they are all different in some small subtle way.
All
Like
the
they're
masks are.
Yes, they're not made from the same mold.
Are they individualized in the sense that they are
On the
for
inside or
a
the
particular
outside?
person?
Uncertain.
Is it on the inside that they're different or the outside? Okay. Do they have different expressions?
Yeah, different expressions. Sometimes they have a different motif carved into them.
Do we recognize any of the motifs? Like, do they remind us of something we saw amongst the Dead 3 or?
No, there's nothing
But-
sort of distinctive like
As,
that.
as a tiefling, if I put it on my mask, there's no effect
No.
on the wearer? Okay, cool.
No.
I indicate that
You can't take it off. I'm kidding.
we're in the mask. Well, yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Sorry, I feel like this was answered, but I might have just missed it. Were there any discernibly different expressions on the faces of the masks?
No, so,
Okay.
some are a little bit more, I don't know, aggressive or.
Is it kind of like gargoyles? Like they're all just
Yeah,
they're kind of the same
Mm.
thing, but they're all slightly different
Correct.
looking. And
Yeah. Okay. I'll take the most surprised-looking one.
Okay.
Can I do a quick religion check just to see if there's any
Sure.
importance about different masks? 15
solid.
plus 3, so 18.
Right. No, there's nothing in your knowledge that would indicate that there's a particular message to each of these masks. No.
Okay.
Right, well, I might whisper, be ready, and then we're all going to line up and go in as if we're devil worshippers.
Okay.
Okay. Mask
You'll all be following me.
Up.
I'll have a bit of an ego moment while you
I'm
follow
gonna be
me.
gripping my sword under my.
Yeah. Right.
Just make sure to say an infernal.
Kind of
Bear
nervous
with
about
me.
a paladin who's sworn an oath to a light god walking into the presence of a fiend. But let's see how this goes. There's only 2 of us in the party.
Yeah. So here you go.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks truthful.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Sharp spikes tell truth.
Some kind of demon.
Each one of my
Dear,
spikes
dear.
is when I told a lie.
Nice. Just think of it as me getting you closer.
Yeah. Rhea is particularly discomforted by the presence of this devil, and you can. She is a absolute bundle of nerves.
Or you guys can stay here. We're good for it.
This is really exciting.
I didn't think I was going to be doing this when I got up this morning. All right,
So the 3 of us are going to go in.
No, I think we'll all go.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah.
you're all going in.
I'll give Rhea kind of sturdy, like be brave, kind of. This is our fight.
Yeah.
Are you giving her the
You know,
21-year-old redhead? Come on, 19-year-old redhead. This is how it's
Well,
done.
this is our fight. We're here together.
She
This is exactly why we are here.
she bucks up a bit.
Good honor.
Nice.
All right.
Because you understand the redhead code. What redheads say. to one another.
Technically,
That's
I'm
right.
a redhead. Technically, I'm a redhead with freckles too.
Really? Okay. Good.
I don't even think I have hair.
We're all just trying to
I
flatter
got-
our GM.
Yeah, I got horns.
You do. You walk into the room,
And our voices are noticeably better than their voices. They've got like more
Timbre
timbre
and-
yeah,
yeah,
more
okay.
resonance
Noticeably.
and beautiful. No.
We hope they notice us after all.
So you what do? You
Well, I think we're going to walk in a line and be, chanting the chant.
Well, where are you at the lead?
I'm at the front.
Okay, we're following you in that
Yeah.
case. We basically, our whole role here is just to follow you as
Yeah.
though we know exactly where we're going.
Yep, and I'm still lost in the position.
fair enough.
And we know that you're going to put them to sleep, right? Like
Yeah.
we had this discussion.
Yeah.
Alright. It's fine.
So I walk in, and when we're in, I cast sleep on the 4 bad devil shot quartetters.
The 4.
There's 4 worshippers in
Okay,
front
right,
of the thing. And this starts at the lowest, so 11, 14, 17, 23, 28 hit points of sleep. Starting with the lowest. Oh, the face of maths.
So
I know that face.
so 3 of them drop to the floor,
Oh, that's more than I expected.
and it's on.
It
Initiative.
is.
Yeah.
Initiative.
16, please.
Wait, I need some
Sure.
battle music.
Battle music.
I love sleep. Sleep's a great spell.
It's so great.
Yeah.
And Mage Hand. I love Mage Hand.
This is very battle-y music-y.
Yeah.
We'll give it a chance.
Spooky
Okay.
battle.
So you were
16.
Sophia is 16,
Oh, I'm a 9.
9,
13.
13 for Sarah,
21.
21,
And Rhea.
and Rhea.
I can't get
You can't do
the
that.
stats.
She gets a low. She gets a
Have you got the
6.
stats there?
I do.
Do you want to just take a photo and then I can access the photo, or do you
Yeah.
want to run it? Does anyone else want to run it?
No, I'm happy with
No?
you.
Okay.
Happy with whatever.
I'll use it.
Actually, we made you run another character before. I'll take her.
Okay.
Rail.
Do you,
Have you got your camera?
I don't.
can I email you the photo I take?
I feel like this is as complicated as us trying to get them out of
Yeah,
the
this might not be a good theme for
Send it to me,
combat,
I feel
but it's a
like.
good theme for this. Like, get your email.
That'd be fancy for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, do you want to send it on to the Facebook
Yep,
group that we
I'll
have for
do
this
that.
event?
Sounds good.
C.
So fighting music for the music.
Oh,
Yeah.
you get to go first. Oh, I'm going to do the cultists.
I thought you said O, not O.
The cultists roll a 20.
Ooh.
Very good.
What the cultist?
So
Then one of them.
And the thing.
the barb devil is going to go first. So it screams a hellish scream that makes the hackles on the back of your neck just stand up straight away, and it launches itself into the whole group of you. So 3 attacks, 1 with its tail and 2 with its claws.
Well.
So it's going to attack you twice and you once. So that is a 22 on both times,
It's.
and it does 12 points of damage altogether.
Alright.
Each of them? Oh,
No,
one for
just,
me.
and then the tail rolls a 7, which is a 13. Bounces off your armor, and maybe causes a rip in your robe. I just got this!
Hurts more than any wound.
Yes, attack on fashion! Oh wait, one cultist gets killed. What does he do? He attacks with a scimitar. So he's going to attack Rhea. And he gets a 17. I'm thinking that hits Rhea.
I don't have her sheet yet.
Sorry.
That's alright.
I'm getting there.
I'll just check her armor
No,
class.
it does not
19.
hit.
It does not hit.
I'm getting there.
That's okay.
Okay. Oh,
Alright. So I'm gonna use my crossbow to hit the worshipper. 13 plus 4, so 17.
that is a hit.
1d8 plus 2. So it's 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to send Click over to attack with acidic spittle.
Yep.
So that's 20, not natural.
Uh-huh.
And then this is the first time I've had to use it, so it's 1d6 plus 2. So it's 3. I just got a 1 with that. So 3 points
Should be
of
up now.
acidic damage.
Christus?
Sorry. How many points of damage?
3
3 points of damage.
of
Now,
acid damage.
it's immune to poison,
Acid?
which is not acid, I'm guessing. It's not.
No.
Okay. Takes 3 points of damage. Sophia.
Yes. Alright, sorry, I'm just gonna leave this for now. Okay, so I am. Sorry. Cool. I go ahead and summon my spiritual weapon. So I close my eyes and I focus back on the memories of my life in a little village. And all the time spent creating little medicines and playing on the domain of healing, and I create into the space a gigantic pestle from a mortar and pestle, about yay big, and it exists in the air. It comes right next to the fiend, and I get to attack it as a bonus action.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. It's 11 plus my proficiency, which I, oh my god. Sorry. Plus 5, cool, so 16.
A 16 hits.
Fantastic. And does 1d8. 8 plus 3, 11 damage.
Excellent.
And it goes a gigantic bonk.
Bonk.
Nice. I love the pestle. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
All right, good. Who is next? Cyrus.
Okay, who's within range when I got up?
So the barbed devil is kind of in the middle of your group. It's just tried to strike at you with its tail, and it's sort of right in front of you. There is a cultist off to the side who is looking very, very damaged, and there's 3 asleep guys on the floor.
Okay, I'm gonna take a swing at the fiend in front of me. 18 plus 6 is...
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, and
That's a
I'm
hit.
going to imbue with smite. So I'm going to smite them, which means I use a spell slot. So damage-wise, that's... So smite does radiant damage.
Yep.
Yeah,
Nice.
just saying. So the normal damage is 8 plus 6, because I rolled the highest I possibly could, so that's 14. So that's just damage, and then I have to put in, where's my smite? Why can't I see it? Sorry, I can't find my how to calculate my smite. I'm pretty sure it's 2d8. What is it?
That-
Isn't that?
Try features and traits.
Maybe.
You pause.
Sorry.
Okay, it's,
Oh, divine
it's not
smite,
loading.
okay.
Could you please take Rhea?
Sorry.
Could you please take Rhea? It's not loading.
Okay.
Rhea. Sorry.
That's right.
Okay, so it's an extra 3d8, 2 for the, so 3, it's a total of 3d8 additional radiant damage. Thank you. So that's 8
Oh.
plus 1, so 9, plus another 1, so 10 radiant damage.
Could you please roll me a perception check?
Sure. Not very good, 9.
No. Okay. Cool.
So, oh no, wait, sorry, it's 11. I've got plus 2 to perception.
We come to Eupolis.
At the same moment that it strikes me twice, I hellishly rebuke it as my
Oh.
reaction.
Right.
It needs to make a DC 14 dexterity saving throw, please.
I make it.
Cool. You take half 2d10 flame damage. You take 3.
No, I don't.
Ooh. Do I notice this?
Yes.
Okay. Damn it. Hard.
What's the effect of it? So
It bursts into blue flame.
yeah, so you see the flames kind of erupt around it, and then it sort of doesn't get close to the skin. There's like
Right.
where sort of the barbs seem to protect it from the flames.
Correct. And then I say, as I bash it with my father's shield, protect this, and I eldritch blast it.
Can you do both of those
One's a
things in a
reaction.
round?
Yeah,
Hellish
the
rebuke's
first
a
is
reaction.
Okay. Cool.
So that's as soon as it hit me. So,
I want to give mad props to this music for actually like, good.
You like this music?
Yeah, it's working.
So yes, this is the music from Descent to Avernus. So there's a sound set specifically for this adventure, but this battle music is actually taken from one of the other ones. They're still working on the Descent to Avernus sound set. So
Cool.
it's cool.
18.
To hit?
Yep.
Yes. Hit.
Ooh. It's going to hit 1d10 plus 4. Oh, 5.
5.
Beautiful pop.
Excellent.
And
Rhea's go. So
Rhea.
Rhea is going to attack with a longsword.
Okay.
She rolls a 20.
Natural.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Oh damn.
Go on, NPC. Take the combat.
Win the battle for us.
Yay!
I'm just wondering what she's going... Okay, so she's going to roll a perception check.
Oh.
And she rolls really badly. So... her... longsword is 1d8 plus 3. So she gets a 9.
Plus another 8 because of the twin.
Oh no, she does 2d8. So 3 plus 12. So okay.
Cut off some barbs.
Yes.
He's going to be a barbless devil.
Can everybody roll me a perception check?
11.
16.
15.
19?
So you three seem to notice that was a perfect strike. It's absolutely, textbook attack with the longsword, but it doesn't seem to penetrate as nearly as well as it would have if it was a normal flesh and blood person.
Okay.
And you look back on your first attack too and realise it's kind of what mine did as well. So, right. So that's Rhea's go, and we go back to the Fiend. The Fiend leaps directly up onto one of these chandeliers and throws fire from above.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to do one on you and one on you.
Wait, Dex saving throw?
Rolls it 20
Hits.
and a 21.
Yeah, hits.
So you take 10 points of damage each.
Hits.
Fire
Saving
damage.
No.
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 I take
It's
5.
a targeted spell. So it's just
I take 5.
You both take 10.
I'm resistant
Ah,
to 5, so
Five.
5.
right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Half.
5.
Yeah, cool.
So, what does this guy do? He's near Click, isn't he? So he's going to try and stomp on Click.
Aww.
Whoa. I
He
don't
rolls
like-
a natural 1.
Yeah, forget about
Yeah,
food.
that's
This
what
is-
happens when you try and stomp on Click.
So he completely overcompensates and falls down onto the ground, right near Click's head. Click, oh, he goes. Back to Ohm.
Alright, so I'm gonna ask Click to attack again.
Uh-huh.
So probably acid. I shouldn't say in the eye. 'cause it's
Spit in
not
his
blood.
eye.
Spitting. 14 plus 4, so 18.
That's a hit.
And then it is 4 damage, please.
Oh, it dies. He goes right in his eye and he screams and kind of claws and takes off his mask and yes, his face is sort of smouldering and he eventually stops writhing and collapses.
Can I use my crossbow to shoot the...
Barbed devil.
Yes, please?
Put a barb of your own.
No, it was a 3.
A
plus
3?
whatever, so I'm not gonna...
Miss.
Yep.
And now we go to Sophia.
Okay, so can we kind of tell how the Fiend is doing with, like, is Bloody the thing that we're allowed to ask about?
No,
No?
I mean,
Okay, that's fine.
you've definitely
Totally
damaged him,
Yep.
but not as effectively as you would if it was a mortal creature.
Okay, cool, understood, that's fine. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my sacred weapon to go follow him and just bonk him again
Okay, great.
as a bonus action. So that's 4 damage, and I'm gonna whip out my flask of holy water and I'm just gonna like sprinkle from a distance on Eupolis, Sarah, and on Rhea.
Cool.
Cool. So they're blessed. They get the +3.
Oh.
there.
Plus 3, is it?
I think so.
I think it was a plus D4.
Sorry,
alright.
yeah, it's sort of D4. My bad.
So,
My turn. Okay. I don't really have any options here. So I'm going to continue thwacking it.
well, it's up in the chandelier.
Oh, shit. Okay, well then I'm going to have to throw a javelin at it.
How long does your flight last?
It lasted 10 minutes.
And also, I imagine that, yeah, so has it been more than 10 minutes?
Maybe not.
Yeah.
No, we've really all we've done is climb down a... Oh,
You did have to
climbed down
search.
a long time it took us to search, yeah.
Yeah.
We've only been in this fight for like 30 seconds.
That's why you went up, because you floated up.
You've got 60 seconds worth of oh no, that's like
That's
10
a lot.
rounds.
Yeah.
That's 10 rounds. You've got 30 seconds worth of floatiness.
Okay, well I'll float up there and thwack him then.
Just because I think that's a cool thing
Yeah.
to see.
Yes, he
okay.
flies. You're like, ha ha!
How high up is it though, actually?
It's a a good 10 feet.
Okay,
So you don't have
that's
to go
as high
very
as I
much.
can go. Okay, cool. I'm going to levitate myself,
Right?
and then take a whack at it
Okay.
with my sword. Because even though I've noticed this sword doesn't do what I would hope, I don't really have any other weapons.
Well, you can.
I'll try throwing a javelin at it, or can I actually try like jabbing it? Will that have it go for piercing damage rather than slashing damage?
Well, there's something that you can do to your sword.
Oh yeah, I
which
can
you've-
imbue it.
You've just gotten that sacred
true.
flamey stuff.
But that doesn't actually increase. That doesn't change the kind of damage it does. It just gives it +3 attack. Just gives it +3 damage. smite gives it radiant damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. And it takes a turn to channel it. So
Okay.
I'm just going to whack it with my sword again.
Right.
And that's an 11 plus 6, so 17.
Hit.
And that's D's. I can't find my D8. I just had it.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
gone. 7 plus. Oh, there it is. It's right in front of me.
7
7 plus 6, so 13.
13. Good. Excellent. You
Lose
pulse.
your d20.
Now.
I'm going to drink a potion of healing. So, yes. And I haven't got any spell slots left, so I can't use that. Alright. Done. That's me. Well, that's exciting.
Yeah. How many hit points did you get back?
7.
And that brings you to
17.
17.
Yes. Not
Probably
quite,
worth it.
Not quite below half.
You're at 17 now.
I was down to 10.
Oh, I thought you were on 18. Okay, sorry.
No,
My bad.
Rhea. What would Rhea like to do? Rhea's going to use her smite as well. Can she do that with a javelin?
Yes.
Let me have a look at it.
You apologize. Sorry, I was keep
So
checking your health
it-
incorrectly. Otherwise, I would have been on it.
No, melee weapon
I took-
attack. So when you do a
12
melee
and
weapon
10,
attack, you can
so-
expend a
or
spell
12 and
slot
5.
to add 1d8, no 2d8 extra radiant damage, and plus another d8 if it's a fiend
Okay.
or a devil,
Um,
undead or fiend rather.
all right, she's gonna throw her javelin, and she hits, and does
Javelin is. So javelin's a d6 plus 6.
d6. Okay, nice. Back to the top. The devil is going to. It's going to attack you twice
No.
with a claw and its tail, and it's going to hang on to the thing with the other. So I think they're both going to hit. That's a 17 and an 18. So,
Oh no, 17 doesn't hit me.
no, it's plus
he's got
6.
plus 6, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the claw does 6 points of damage, and the tail does 10.
You are blessed
Okay.
and get the additional d4 roll for.
Oh, there was no saving throw.
Does
So
it affect
I'm-
your armor class at all?
No, sorry.
Okay.
No, so I am now extremely hurt.
Yeah,
So
sorry.
my
How much
dice-
health are you on? Fuck. Okay.
I have taken 26 points of damage.
All right. It is Holmes' go.
I tell Click to go over to Sarah and help her out. So the target gained temporary hit points of 2d6 plus my intelligence modifier, which is 5.
So 5, and then I should roll 2d6.
Yep.
I imagine clicks wings
Yeah.
and then little sparks maybe flying off.
Yeah.
off
That
the-
was
the-
extremely
It
bad.
was. You should have
Oh,
rolled
snake
once.
2. So 2 plus 5, 7.
7.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So it's just temporary, right?
Yep.
But could definitely help you survive the next attack.
And then I ask, am I close to Sophia?
Yeah.
Can I please have a little bit of holy water on the end of my bolt? Just to see if I can try and if that pierces it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that okay?
Is it okay for me to allow her to take it?
Just
How
a
close is
little bit of,
Yeah, you can just hand her the.
just a little bit. I just need a little bit. And then I'd like to fight. Is that an action then? If I'm getting that done,
I would.
so I get that ready for the next go. Then.
You would have to anoint your
Yeah,
thing with
that's
that.
fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that's your go,
Yep. Two of my 3 bombs.
Sophia.
Yep. I'm gonna. So you're still on 2.
I now have 2 and 7 temporary. So
Okay.
I've got
So I'm just
9.
gonna healing. Cure wounds you, which is 2d8 plus 3. Yeah. So I run up to you and wait. Are you flying?
I am.
Shit. Okay.
You probably
But she's only
hit her
10 feet.
Yeah, yeah.
She's not 10
Okay. So I'm gonna run, high five, slap,
per foot.
heal. Is it? Remember read out this? Okay. Cool. So that was a 3, plus an 8, plus an additional 3. That's 14.
Wow.
Woo! 14.
Back in the fight.
Back in the fight.
And my magical pestle thwacks the creature
Oh,
for. Does it have to roll to heal?
I thought it did.
Okay, yep. So 13 plus my spell attack?
That's
18?
gonna hit. Yep.
Great. 4, 8. 5 damage.
Okay.
Man.
Now we are up to Sarah.
Ooh. Well, I'm feeling a lot better.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't hit me twice again, I'm good. Okay.
Yeah, spell attack, yep.
I think even if it hit you twice, you could probably wear it. Just.
Okay, I'm going to take a smack at it with my sword. And that's 12 plus 6, 18.
Hits.
And I'm going to use another spell slot to imbue this with radiant damage.
Okay.
In the hopes that I can get it closer to finishing off, since I'm quite desperate now to kill it, since it might kill me soon. So, where we go? So 1d8, so 3 plus 6 is 9, so that's just the regular damage.
Yep.
Then 2, 7, 10 radiant damage.
Okay, it's still going.
Pretty tanky.
Tanky.
And that brings us to Eupolis.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Do it!
No, with a 10.
Look
A
at
10.
us being warlocks and
Goes-
paladins. I'm all
Why?
smiling,
I-
all eldritch blasting.
Yeah.
Alright. No hit, Rhea.
She's thrown a javelin.
Depends how many she has. Usually you come
Have a
with
look
3.
at the map here. What are these? Oh, those things are where the candles are. Can
She can lay on hands, can't she?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
she
she
can
can
do the
lay-
same thing. So she can lay on hands. Again, she slaps your foot.
Everyone's slapping my feet like, whoa, I'm not used to this.
Oh, no, at least it's your foot. It could be really, really
she can
humiliating healing otherwise.
She can give 15 points. Should she do the whole thing, or is there other people who she could help?
I'm still 11 down and you're 12 down here.
All right, she gives you
You guys
10.
have any?
Yeah, 10's fine.
I know.
And then we go
Extremely healthy now.
back to the top. So we go to the barbed devil.
This fiend.
Yeah, he's gonna try and attack you again with the claw and the tail. He's pretty happy with how that's been working for
Yeah, I can imagine.
him. 18.
I have armor class 18.
So
So
that
that hits.
It
just hits,
Yes.
and the 3 does not. So you take another 6 points of damage. Okay. So the cultist is dead. He still twitches a little bit as his
I'm
face
so
melts.
sorry.
He's a bad dude.
I'm so
Um,
sorry.
What would Ohm do? You've got your
Right.
anointed crossbow
Yeah.
bolt.
It's the main things.
Go for it.
Not great, so it's probably a 10.
A 10? Miss.
Yeah, it was worth a try.
Yeah.
What does Click do?
Click goes up and tries to do his acidic spittle,
Yep.
and it's natural 20.
Double damage.
Yeah, so it's 1 so
Acidic
2d6 plus 2. So that's 9 damage, please.
9 damage. So
Way to go, homunculus.
where does the spittle come from? Is it a spit or is it a stinger thing or
I think it's probably a little mouth that has like a little opening where it
a
just
squirts out?
sprays acid.
Excellent. Okay, cool. And Sarah.
I'm gonna try and turn undead.
Oh.
So I'm gonna channel divinity to turn them holy, and you must make a wisdom saving throw, or be turned for 1 minute, or until it takes damage.
What kind of creatures can you take?
Fiends and undead.
No
Any
kidding.
fiends and
Like,
undead.
I didn't move it.
No.
Yes, being a paladin and anything to do with devils, great.
Yeah. Okay. What is it called?
So it's called Turn Unholy. It's one of my channel divinity
Okay,
spells.
and I need to
So
make
it's
a...
an innate ability that doesn't cost me any spell slots.
Okay,
And you need to make a DC saving throw of 13 or your turn for 1 minute or until you take damage.
okay. I do not make it. With advantage.
And I'm going to cry out, I'm going to tell everyone, don't hit him! So that no one does any damage to him.
So what do I have to do? I have to
You are
run
now-
away from you?
You are now turned, so I have to actually check what that means. In terms of...
So...
it must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions. For its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge action. So effectively, you cannot be within 30, you cannot willingly move within 30 feet of me. If I advance on you, you will try to move back, and the only action you can use is any kind of dodge or
Dash.
avoid grapple, or dash rather, or avoid grapple, and you can only use dodge against me if you're in a corner.
Alright, it screams in hideous fear, and you're sort of standing there, and your hair is kind of flowing out like this, and this radiant light is flowing out of you, and it screams and kind of claws at its own eyes and falls off the chandelier and starts to scrabble away on the floor. So
Is there another exit from this?
there is. There's two exits. Sorry, just one exit to the north.
I pointed it and
the exit
cast
companion.
True Strike. True Strike. True Strike on it.
Okay.
It means I get some advantage next time I attack it, but I don't attack it this turn. So.
Excellent. Okay. So,
Is that a reaction? Or is that
It's a
just your
cantrip,
turn?
so-
Okay.
what would Rhea do at this point? She's still got
Well,
5
She would have
hit points.
recognized what I did too.
Yeah.
Rhea, bar the door. Bar the exit.
No, she's got 5 hit points worth of a healing word, so
Okay.
she goes over and gives that to you.
Muy. Thank you, Leia.
So after I've done that, I'm going to start moving towards the exit as well. So, and it has to stay, it can't move within 30 feet of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so it's go. It tries to move directly away from you, and it starts running towards the door, but you're sort of using that 30-foot sphere of influence to kind of corner it in a
yes.
yeah,
So I'll be
against the
hurting it
wall.
towards the wall.
Yeah, you just sort of okay. Great.
So we can't touch it, right?
Well, if we hurt it, it will no longer be turned.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, at the moment, I think it has disadvantage on saving throws and the like as well.
Yeah, so it's going to get out of this the next turn, right?
It lasts a minute,
Oh, okay.
so that's like 10 rounds.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So that's the reason it's got such the big disadvantage is you can't hurt it. So
Yeah,
it's not actually as useful combat except to control the situation.
yeah, right.
Maybe I'll start using this time to investigate another way out or to a different room.
Okay.
Because I think everyone else has everything kind of under control.
Yeah, roll me a
We need to
Perception.
concentrate our fire.
Yeah, well, I mean, we
6.
can basically get around it now
Okay.
and try and.
I asked Click to do the same.
Okay.
Just to start going around the perimeters.
Sophia.
I'm going to channel divinity to do some healing, and it's up to 15 points of healing distributed how I choose. And if I remember your numbers correctly, 10 to you and 5 to you, Syra.
I don't need that. I'm
Two.
very.
2 and I need 5 now, so
Okay, so
Reyes.
sorry, how many are you short?
I'm 5 short.
Oh, okay, I thought you were probably okay.
No,
Reyes.
no,
I'm not
we've
paying
been.
attention.
Rhea's been healing
Ray's
us.
been slapping out.
Yeah, Ray.
You
Big-
stop my
Right,
feet.
I did the other one. Okay, okay. In that case, I might save that.
I would
Yeah.
go it. Yeah, I would attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got it in a
Yeah.
corner at this
We're all,
point.
Are you all
so the-
comfortable if I hit this thing?
well, the 4 of us have cornered it, yeah?
So can we? And you've already got True Strike.
I've
on
got
it.
2 strikes, so I've got advantage on the first attack.
Okay, so you're all comfortable if it could. I'm just going to do a guiding bolt against it.
Ah,
Do 27 points of damage again,
That would be nice. 6 plus 5, 11.
11. That's a miss.
Yep.
What about your spiritual
I'm
weapon?
not going to make it attack it. It'll wake it up. Oh, wait. You will next turn anyway. Yep. You can give it a shot. Floats on down. Give it a good old bonk. It's a natural 1. Never mind.
Oh no.
Oh, schwa.
So it's thrashing around and writhing around, and you can't kind of get a good beat on it.
No.
You've got advantage.
No, I'm going to use my inspiration.
Oh.
Oh, that's
That did
appalling.
not work out.
Natural
Oh,
that Someone did.
Yay!
Woo!
So how was it? Use your inspiration.
Yay, inspiration. Thank you. Right. I'll just let that flash until it stops. I will. Yes. Okay.
What are you hitting with?
This is Eldritch Blast. 9.
9 points of
9
damage.
points of damage.
And it's now able to take actions again.
Okay.
Oh, we're all going to go around.
We're all around it,
Yeah.
but I'm saying
So I think-
previously the only action it would take would to be move further away from me or dodge any kind of attack.
But it would now go-
it can.
It would now
attack
go
again.
last into the order, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
So
well,
the 4 of us would attack it and then it would react.
we've got Rhea, so Rhea's going to run up and do the smite.
Mhm.
Can you...
Yeah.
Okay, I'll roll it. She
It's 12.
she needs a 15, so yes, it's a hit.
And so she gets D8. So 4 plus 6, so 10 regular damage.
Okay.
And then 3, 8,
Ooh.
15. 3, 8.
That's
No,
enough.
13.
She smote it.
radiant.
Yes, so the holy light blasts into it. It screams as it thrashes around on the floor and eventually smouldering is killed. So,
Right. We've got 3
Way.
sleeping cultists.
yes. It's a wonder they didn't wake up.
Should we tie them up somehow so they don't go and alert other people?
Yeah, that
I'm
silken
into-
rope.
I'm into it.
Yeah, we can tie them with the silken rope.
Yeah, I get out my hemp rope and I start tying up one of them.
Okay.
I write a little note saying, "We are so sorry," and then just
I take the note
In
and rip it
Infernal.
out.
You get to translate it into Infernal for you.
Can I do a check to find out if we can work out the name of that devil?
Sure.
What kind of devil it was?
Well, it was barbed, but whether it had a particular name. What would you like? Religion? Or...
Yeah.
Religion. Yes.
No!
You have no idea. You're like,
Uh,
I might be
it
able to
was the
speak
devil.
Infernal, but I know nothing
Okay,
about
I'm
the
going to
devil.
fake it then. I'm going to write the note in Infernal saying Zariel is unhappy with your service. And
Nice.
leave that pin to them and then just walk out because they'll wake up and get this note.
All right.
Are we tying them up or?
You want to tie them up or
I think so because then they can alert.
all right,
Mm.
we'll tie them up
Yes.
with silk rope.
Which will
All
probably
right.
wake them
Yeah, they'll wake up.
In the meantime, Click has found a secret door in the southern part of the room,
up. Woo, go Clay!
and there are 2 double doors in the northern part of the room.
Secret door.
Secret door.
That's good. That's
And we will find out what happens behind the secret door after this break next week. Please join us for more Descent into Avernus.
Woo!
Bye. Straight to the next one.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome back. We are playing Descent into Avernus. We have just defeated a barbed devil inside the sewer complex underneath the Vanthampur mansion, and we are about to go through a secret door. Is that right?
Yes.
Are we about to go
Yes.
through the
Yes.
secret door?
Yes.
Yes.
There were double doors or secret door, and we sort of went secret
Secret,
door.
secret, secret.
Yep. I'm into it.
All right. This room is lit by a pair of tall wrought iron candlesticks in the northeast and southeast corners. 9 candles burn atop each one, casting a flickering light across a claw-footed altar carved from a single block of obsidian, which has a small angel-shaped figure erupting from its top. A grey-haired woman kneels before the altar.
Oh.
Odd. Is she human? Can we like kind of? I just kind of want to eye her down and just like, what's your deal?
She stands up and turns around, and she is... You recognise her. This is Duke Thalamara Vanthampur,
Oh.
the woman who took receipt of the letter.
The 6.
Oh, but she doesn't recognise you because you're not looking like Philip.
Mm.
Yeah. I go, it's the lady of the house.
With the message.
So
Right.
this is the perfect time to have that chat if we're going to have a chat now.
So good. How convenient. We've been looking all over for you.
She eyes your your cultist's robes and says, "What is it?"
Subterfuge.
Yes, yes, lying. Do you want
Eupolis,
to
maybe.
disrobe?
Yeah, no, I'm probably going to just introduce myself.
I walk up and go, "Hi, I'm Orm."
she says, I do not normally discuss matters of the church with the rank and file. I suggest you go back and find your superior. This is my private throne room.
Oh, we didn't mean any harm.
Well, then get out.
Are there any other exits to this room besides one we can through
No.
that we can see?
Not that you can see.
There's no time like the present, I guess.
There's no time
So
like
yeah.
the present without a rest
Okay.
or just going into it.
I'm going to take my robe.
Yeah.
I'm going to derobe myself and take my mask off. And
Okay.
say, I believe that you are the lady, what's it, Vanthampur?
Vanthampur. She looks at you and she looks at your armor. She goes, "Who are you?"
I am Syra Dawnbreak of the Dawnbreaks.
She immediately sort of goes like this, and flames erupt around her hands, and it's initiative.
Oh
Nothing
no!
like it.
I don't have any of my
Natural 20. I'm rolling 1s and 20s. That's all I seem to be rolling.
Oof. Apparently I wasn't expecting that, even though I did engage
No.
her.
Maybe we can calm her down and say that we have her. So.
I rolled a 22.
Wow,
4.
I am out of.
I was like, hello! Whoa!
It's like you're trying to do it, and it's like, yeah, you just burn your hand.
You're nothing like my mother.
Sorry, 24 for you, Eupolis.
Mm-hmm.
Syra?
4.
4 and
13?
13.
19.
19 and a 13 for Rhea, and her ladyship gets a 6.
Excellent.
Lots of time to discuss important matters.
Eupolis goes first.
I step in front.
Uh-huh.
We have your son. He is not on the ship.
She quenches the flames and she says, "You will never leave this place alive."
And nor will he. Mortlock has left the city, and Amaric will die.
Dude.
I care not for that brute. But
Then Amaric may die.
Amric, is that his name?
Yep.
Amric is the only one of my sons worth putting forth in polite company. So I am at your service.
What do you know about the fall of Elturel?
I know nothing.
Perception rolls, is she lying?
I have taken
I know nothing.
I have taken in some refugees from the council there, and I am taking absolutely all steps to find out what has been going on at Elturel, because I fear it may happen to my own fine city.
I do an insight check.
Yeah,
Sure.
we all want to do inside check.
I do.
20.
I have 4. I have no idea what's
Yeah,
happening.
5.
I believe it.
20.
I'm completely.
Liar!
I'm taking it.
Liar!
Who knew? Who knew? Obviously we didn't know.
Yes, you notice you notice that she twiddles her necklace and kind of there's a nervousness behind her mock confidence.
Okay. Interesting. You appear to be lying.
Perhaps Amaric would like a facial scar like his brother's. Perhaps if we burned half his face, he would be less happy to have him in polite company.
There's a fire in her eyes, literally. You recognize this eldritch flame, and believe that you have a fellow.
Right? Is there like warlock speak?
Maybe there's a vibe. There's a thing.
There's the unsignal signal. The non-
The non-signal signal.
This is
non-signal
happening
signal,
right
yeah.
now.
So you guys are just watching a non-signal signal conversation.
She says, "So what will it take for you to return my son to me unscathed?"
All the information you have, without lies. We can cast Zone of Truth.
Sure.
She
And also our safe passage, I guess, wouldn't go amiss.
What
Well thought of him.
What Ohm said. Yes. Signed by you.
She says, "Better stop the battle music because
Oh, it's a battle of wits now.
it's not that anymore."
And who are the lost people we're looking for as well? I didn't write the names down. Do we have specifics?
The captain.
So there was the Rhea who's with us was saying the
Yeah.
previous mayor of Elturel
Yes.
may be in on it or may have something to do with it. We know that the Hell Riders were meant
Thavius
to be
Creed.
present and have since disappeared, as well as their leaders.
Yeah.
And they're a group of paladins. What else did we know about Elturel? Not much.
The person that was in charge before the Flaming Fists went missing. And
Yep.
we think
The
that she's
captain.
we think that she's behind that too.
Cool.
Or knows his whereabouts.
No.
So she looks at you and says, "Very well. I am currently taking refuge of the head council of Elturel. He is here in these rooms. He has confided in me that some time ago he struck a deal with a devil when his city was about to be consumed by an evil vampire, and that created the companion and cast out the vampire from his city."
So when the companion fell,
He had to pay a price for them.
Well, the companion was only ever due to be there for a certain amount of time, and in that aura of protection, he has been consorting with a foolish degree of creatures and bargained his entire city away to them.
Does this have anything to do with the Blood War?
Oh yes. The city has gone to fuel the blood war.
And
It has been taken to Avernus, where the citizens of that city are being turned into foot soldiers.
so this is a fight amongst demons.
Correct. Demons and devils are raging a bloody war in Avernus. Elturel is merely another part of their pawns, their scheme, creating more pawns for the war.
And what has instigated this war?
It has raged for a millennia and more.
And why do they now involve mankind? Or has this mayor simply gotten too deep into business he should not have?
He got too deep into business he shouldn't have.
and what makes you think that Baldur's Gate is safe, given your association?
I would never disturb this great city that I have worked so hard my whole life to elevate.
But you're clearly in consort with demons and evil things.
I do not. Your words wound me. I would never do such a thing. I may have struck a bargain with a creature to give me these wonderful powers, but I feel like I'm not the only one in this room who has.
Dun, dun, dun.
I think my patron, and I don't know where the words are coming from, would look down upon yours.
She seems to take that and store that piece of information. She says, well, regardless, we are still at an impasse.
What about the flaming fists and the captain before?
They are all good men. They are now under my men and women. They are now under my control.
So you're saying, what you're telling us is that while Entrill has had itself engaged in this blood war, you yourself are not promoting any particular side and are in no way.
Absolutely not.
She lying?
She's lying.
She's clearly lying.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you know anything of the Dead Three?
They were used to help me gain control of the city for the betterment of all its people.
Interesting.
So, Eltrell...
Wait a minute. Do you have anything to do with the collapse of the bathhouse?
Not be honest.
Of course we do.
What collapse of the...
I was about to say, damn it, we could exchange more information.
She's visibly shaking now in anger.
Oh, is that fear? Is that fear you're feeling now?
It is your impending doom. I
What
repeat
was it?
again, you will never get out of this place.
But we have your son.
If I die, then he would never have the opportunities that I would have. So be it.
If you die, he dies, and your family dies with him.
Your whole
There is
name, your legacy.
There is another.
Oh dear.
Mordlock does not want what you have.
There is a third.
Are you sure?
Now that you mention it.
The blood drains from her face, and she says, "Roll me a
Something.
Oh no, I don't want you to roll that. The blood drains from her face, and she says, "All right, what you want?"
We want to know everything. We want to put a stop to this being the use of these cities in this blood war. Tell us, who must we speak with? Who is involved? Beyond, of course, yourself and the rest of your filthy family. Except for Warlock, he was alright.
Yeah.
He has a pretty good fuse.
Yeah.
I do very well. If we are bargaining, I ask that if I give you the information you require, you leave this city and leave me and my son alive.
Mordlock will be alive.
Your favourite son.
As I have said, I need Emmerich.
I don't know how well Sarah's gonna do with walking away from this stuff.
That depends on the quality of the information you give us.
And how truthful you are, of course.
Tell me, how many people are in these prayer rooms?
The complex was built by me back when I was a lowly worker in the sewers here as a child. I built all of this by myself. All of this, all the way up to being the Duke that I am. I have done everything for the love of my family. I have married thrice, I have borne 3 children, and I have outlived all of the men that I have married.
Good on you.
Sorry.
Focus.
All of my life, this is my life's work. And yes, there are many people in this complex. There are many who have pledged their life to advancing our cause. If you're asking me to disband them, I will do it.
And
For my son.
do I believe her? I feel like I shouldn't. She's built this is her whole legacy.
You feel, you kind of get the sense that this is really hitting home when she's calculating the fact that Mortlock is gone, that her elder son, Thirstwell, is possibly dead at your hand, and Amric is in the hands of your accomplices, that she is at a grave disadvantage. She says, very well.
Tell me, who else in this city is involved in this corruption of your people?
I start recording this. I've got 6 seconds of her recording of whatever she says next.
What's the guy's name? The guy who was running Eltruel?
But she's become a
Krieg.
Thavius Krieg. She says Thavius Krieg is the real power behind all of this. He used a device in Eltruel to donate the city to Avernus, and I am working with him to do the same to Baldur's Gate.
That's what I record on my thing.
And
What is the
I guess
device?
what I'm trying to get at is if there was. But you are Duchess in this city, no? Are there any other leaders amongst here who are part of this corruption? Or if you were to dismantle your forces, would that put an end to the corruption of this city?
It would.
Interesting.
It would.
So what you're saying right now is that this complex that we're in right now is the center of power for all of the evil in this city beyond, except for Thavius Krieg.
We have made a pact with Thavius Krieg, and he is providing us with we have provided him with an unholy magic item that he can use to do the same to Baldur's Gate, what he did to Elturel. There is no option, there is no other parties involved in that.
And how long until this supposed plan is supposed to take place?
He is studying the item now.
To prove your good faith and to, I think, perhaps satisfy my paladin friends, you will deliver Thavius Krieg to us. You will give us this unholy item, and you will disavow your patron.
Da, 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 da.
If you do these things, Amaric will be delivered to your gates after we have left the city.
I agree.
That was easier
Do
than
we
I thought it
trust
would be.
her? Do I trust her? Do I think that she's telling the truth about doing all of these things?
You can see that she's clearly torn. This is a huge ask.
It's massive.
I guess she's kind of weighing up how much she loves her son at this point, and she doesn't actually love her son, but she loves what her son can do. I'm curious. I'm seeing that the battery light flashing over there, so I think we might wrap it here. And join us next time to find out what happens in the rest of the dungeons. Thank you very much. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.